Welcome to Watch Symposium. I'm Asta. Little known fact, this was originally going to be a series called Watch Talk, but thanks to Google Thesaurus, I came up with a better name. Alright, I'm going to talk about how I got interested in watches and when. It was 2014 and I saw some YouTube videos of a quite famous luxury guru, the Godfather himself. And I originally didn't watch him for the watch videos. I think I stumbled upon ArchieLuxury's videos when I was Googling something about how to sell things through eBay. And I stumbled upon this video and he was explaining it. And then all of a sudden in this video, and I should search for it again, but he starts talking about PayPal and about how it screwed him over, and he just loses it. And I thought, wow, this guy is totally unstable. God, I'm going to subscribe. I want to see the train wreck. And that was ArchieLuxury comedy right there. And yeah, I've been sort of a fan ever since. It took a while to realize that he was, in character. But he was so over the top and original. I started watching his stuff, and you can't watch his channel without being exposed to all sorts of watches and whatnot. And I wasn't particularly interested in watches, and I really hadn't been. I used to always just carry my phone and check it just like that and pop it back in my pocket, and that was enough. But I watched his channel, and it was sort of neat to see what the top watches out there were. These brands I'd never heard of before, Breguet and Patek Philippe. First time I heard Patek, I thought it sounded like an Indian brand, Patek. And it was kind of neat to know the sort of history of these watches, or sort of the I guess the image of these watches and whatnot. And there was a watch fair in an area where I live in Japan, and I just saw the poster, and I remember there was like a Breguet and a Patek on there, and I think it was a JEWELLERY just on the poster, these three watches, and I was like, wow, that's so cool. I know those brands, and so that's sort of how I got interested in watches, just sort of very gradually, and I really never thought I'd spend any kind of significant money on a watch, but I watched these videos enough to where I developed an interest and sort of thought, well, do I want a wristwatch? I didn't even know if I'd like one or not. I didn't know if I'd buy one and wear it for a week, and then it started bothering me, feeling like something strapped to my wrist all the time, bugging me, and I didn't know if I just popped it in the drawer and just go back to using the phone. And so there was no thought of me shelling out any significant money for a watch. I sort of wanted a trial watch. Trial watch plus, I thought, I'll just learn to like this watch. I'll get a good watch, automatic movement, and I'll just, that'll be my watch. I don't really need anything expensive. And that's when I got the Orient Blue Mako. And I chose the Blue Mako, actually, because I watched an Adrico's video, Andy Hunter video, and he has an Orient, and he said good things about it, and I knew he had some other good watches, so, Archie wouldn't have approved of my choice, but I thought, if Andy Hunter thinks it's a cool watch, I'll try it out. So Andy Hunter was actually instrumental in me choosing the Blue Mako. This is 40 millimeter. I think the one he has is maybe 42, which is, I think 40 is my favorite size of a watch. I think it fits me perfectly. And so yeah, I got this and wore it for a couple months and loved it, and loved having a watch, loved having the time so accessible. I mean, even getting the cell phone out of your pocket can sort of be a pain in the ass, and it's much cooler to just do this, right? That just looks so much cooler than looking at your cell phone. And there's some neat things on, like the date and the day, and the bezel is great for timing things, or the train is coming at 20 past, so you set this so you can remember that train time. So very useful, and decided I was a watch person. Very happy, but then things kind of started to change, and that's actually the next video. So stay tuned for that, the sort of next segment in my horological life. Thanks for checking it out.